I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm a coach. I work with businesses, I work with individuals. I try and help people and organizations be more effective. When I worked in recruiting, as I did for many years, I worked in organizations that were completely dysfunctional. They were, I can't call them teams, they were packs of individuals who worked as individuals because cooperation rarely existed, nor was it fostered within the cultures. People went for one another's throats. I did well financially. I hated the business. It was, I can't say demanding. I liked demanding work, but it was cutthroat. They'd stab you in the back in a second and often did. Now that's extreme. Many of you work in organizations that are deadening. And by that I mean there's no life to them. There's no passion to them. The group that you're working with, it's even if it doesn't really matter what you're doing, you feel like a glorified clerk. I want you to catch that one. You feel like a glorified clerk because the organization has created so many systems, you're like a robot with flesh and blood. I was talking with someone yesterday who I coach who was describing in his firm how they went to this promotional meeting for senior managers and above in the organization, and they announced their goal for the new fiscal year. And the big number that came up on the board is number 2. We want to be number 2. And he was shocked by that. Like, they're not trying to be best in class. They're going for number 2? Really? And it was a shock to him and just completely demoralized him, as it does for most people who are used to being champions. You need an environment that supports you being at your best. Now, I want to be clear, the idea is about also having teamwork around you. The backstabbing that I lived with and so many of you live with is the complete antithesis of the way it should be. People need to wind up being in situations where they have the chance to succeed. The environment supports that with tools and resources and relationships that allows them to do it. And if you're not in a place like that, eventually what happens is the environment wins. It takes you down. And eventually it's going to drive you out the door, as it eventually did with me in search. Again, my situation was extreme. Yours may be more subtle than what mine was. I'll just simply say to you folks, environments win. The place that you work at creates a climate. The manager that you report to creates an environment that either supports you or sustains you. And when you're interviewing, they lie. Well, I have to politely say, you do too when you interview, and everyone's posturing for advantage. That said, they're not presenting the truth in the environment. Everyone always says the same kind of stuff. We've got a great team of people. It's a wonderful environment. Did I mention we're like family around here? No, they always say this kind of stuff, and it's not true. The only way it's like family is at the holiday movies where everyone is insane sitting around the dinner table. Again, back to you. I want to encourage you to always work in places that are normal, not crazy. And when you're in crazy places, eventually they make you crazy. And when they're in normal places where you can be at your best, that encourages that, you will thrive. I'm Jeff Altman. I hope you found that helpful. If you're interested in my coaching you, that could be career coaching, leadership coaching, helping you with a job change, more effective hiring. So you're choosing people who are better suited for your organization. If you need my help, reach out to me through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Once we're connected, message that you're interested in coaching. We'll set up time for a free discovery call. Hope you have a great day and take care.